coming this way. Wait a minute, hey, I'm ghosted!
By Roz Hernandez.
Peet Montzingo.
Yes.
What a name.
What a name.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, this feels so intimate. I feel like I'm about to get ripped apart, honestly.
We're just meeting and it's very, we're intimate. There's lights. We've got Jiha and Sabrina in the booth staring at us.
Casual.
It's very chill.
Yeah. Well, at least we have coffee, so that's good. Cheers.
Yes. I'm obsessed with you. I'm obsessed with your mom. We're going to talk about ghosts. Now, how did your mom raise you on the topic of ghosts?
She said, do not lean into it. She actually was kind of a psychic herself, which I can't talk about. I promised her. But there's definitely like so much lore. I know. That's like the worst thing to start off a podcast with.
She's a secret psychic?
She's a secret psychic.
Okay.
And she's like, I already went through all of the things when I was 18, 19, 20, so that I can tell you, don't even open the door. Don't turn on the light switch because it is evil. And so naturally, as the youngest, I'm like, that means I have to lean in. So I moved across the street from the Cecil Hotel, and that's where it all started.
Wait. So, but a lot of times they say that's hereditary.
I know.
Are you a little bit psychic?
The more I lean into it, the more I'm like experiencing things like more so. Okay, so when I moved across the street from the Cecil Hotel specifically, I really didn't. I was a skeptic because I was like, but you
hadn't had any experiences.
I mean, I have, but I just wrote them off as like, oh, this wasn't really what I thought, or there's always a rational explanation. And then I would start seeing things from across the street that I'm like, I can't explain that. Like, I know the stories and the lore and all of that, but I'm like, there's no way that what I'm seeing is actually happening. So that's why I started like creating content about it and stuff. And then that's when it really shifted in my mind. I was like, okay, I guess I'm like a full-on believer.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, run away. And I'm like, I'm going to run to it. Just like see what happens,
How does she feel about you doing that? She's just like,
well,
no.
she's like, it's paying the bills, and and so she's like, slowly.
If you can make money from ghosts, lean in, babe.
I know, literally.
Yeah.
And like, I'm sorry that, in the DNA, it's just kind of always what I'm drawn to anyway. So
tell me, okay, before we get to the Cecil, because that's going to be a big mama. We're going to have to talk about the Cecil. But like, so before, tell me about these other experiences that you had.
So I would notice weird things, like things would be getting like misplaced or something. Or
where?
Like at home or like
at this place at the Cecil place, or
even before that. I'm saying like in college or like high school or just like, I'm like, okay, there are definitely weird things. I'm like maybe seeing things once in a while. I have these weird, unvivid memories when I was like 7 or 8 where I would feel like I would always be grounded, and my mom's like, go to your room, and I'd like go to the room, and then I would like experience weird things, but I always wrote that off as me being just like a little kid, and like, oh, I probably
what weird thing?
Like okay, so we were really poor, so we had like this swing door, and we would like latch, and no one could reach it since I was like 4 feet and my whole family were 4 feet. So like literally I'm trapped there until they get the step stool on the other side. And so I was starting to like freak out because I would see things like coming towards me. Like I have this like weird memory of me like backing into the wall, and it was like my brother's bed on the left, my bed on the right, and I would just like feel this like energy. I didn't see anything. It was just like kind of a light sensation thing visually, and then I would like back up in the wall and I would just black out. And I just thought that was me having temper tantrums. But like knowing what I know now and going back, I'm like, wait, maybe it is hereditary. Maybe there is like, I'm like revisiting that with my therapist actually, because I'm like, there's something there like spiritually or like ghosty or something,
Yeah.
So I've had those experiences, and then even before I knew about like the Cecil and all that, like when I moved into that spot across the street, I would like the first week I was in there with a roommate, and there was a water bottle on the big old flat screen TV from like the 80s. Like I'm a tourist, so I hold on to everything. And so there was a water bottle half full, windows were shut, and all of a sudden, no fans on or anything, it flies from one side of the room to the other, almost like it got smacked off the top of the TV. And my roommate and I were like, what the Like, what is happening,
Yeah.
So like just weird things like that, and definitely more so as I'm like exploring it more.
So, okay, you move. Was that your first apartment in Los Angeles?
Yeah,
Oh my God. So you go right to
the ghosts.
heart of the beast. Okay, so dear friend of this podcast, R.H. Stavis, who is known as the exorcist to the stars. Okay, this lady, you gotta look her up. She can see demons, and it sounds crazy, and I'm very skeptical of all this stuff, but she's proven herself to me. I think she really can see demons. But anyway, so she wrote this great book called Sister of Darkness, and one of the things she says in it is that she believes that like she has different categories of demons. She thinks that like the darkest energy is right in that part of Los Angeles.
I feel it.
She's like, she thinks that it exists over there. And I mean, it's kind of like there is so much sadness and negativity in that area over so many decades that I can see somehow it manifesting into some, I don't know.
And like the tunnels and stuff, like you never know what's seeping up from under the tunnels.
What's going on in those tunnels?
I don't know. I don't know if it's real, but I want to believe it.
Do you believe that there's a city underneath Los Angeles? That's what people say.
The Starbucks, did you see this? Like there's a Starbucks underground.
Oh, I've seen all this. There's like hours of videos of people being like, there's cars will take celebrities underneath.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I feel like I want to believe it just because I want to be elite like that one day,
Yeah. No,
But,
I've
like,
been. Oh, you haven't been? Yeah, no, I go all the time. Like, that's how I got here today, was at the Starbucks underneath. But, yeah, I'm not sure. But I do know I used to work sometimes at a club over there. And we would... the dressing room was in the basement, and we would like there was definitely like tunnel, like there was a whole bunch of downstairs scary underground, completely like unfinished, spooky.
Did you explore?
So a little bit, but like who knows if there's like humans down there, like scary. But I think, I don't know. Anytime I'm in a basement or anything, all I think about is how I'm eye level to graves and how I'm closer to hell.
That's true. It's true.
So I try to stay above ground unless I'm, being escorted around town in the underground city.
There you go. I grew up in Seattle, and there's actually, like, Seattle's known. Do you know about this?
Yeah.
Seattle's known for being built above Seattle. So I went down there for the first time like 5 years ago. And the vibes, like, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like every city's built on a city.
I think not having sun is a bad thing.
Well, yeah.
Like, anything that's happening in an area where there's no sunlight,
run.
It can't be good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you move into this place. Did you get a good deal?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's on like bordering Skid Row. So $2,000 a month for 2-bed, 2-bath, rent controlled.
Gorgeous.
And that's why it's now my office.
You still have that in your possession.
Yeah, I can't let it go. Stop. Not till the series is like over,
Okay. So you move in, when was this? 2020 or?
Like 2018.
2018. Okay. Now here's the thing. I've been in this business for a number of years. People love the Cecil Hotel. These people never stop asking me about, like, when I travel, have you been to the Cecil Hotel? I stay in haunted hotels all the time, so people are always like, when are you going to do the Cecil? I do not want to stay in that building.
You can't.
Well, that too. But, like, you used to be able to, and I did go in there one time, but it's not for me.
You're like, I left totally different.
I did. I went in there and I was like, this isn't fun. Like, what I like is old-timey, the lady in white. We don't know her name. She's some lady. Like, I don't want to be ghost hunting with like all these sad ghosts. They all died tragically.
And like Richard Ramirez and all that. Like I went into his room and I felt it. Like you saw the raised shower in the documentary. It was like he went to the host and was like the hostess stand or whatever. What do they call it? The front desk?
The front desk.
Hostess stand, front desk, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
And he was like, hey, can you raise the shower? Because he was really tall. And the lore behind that was to wash off all like the blood and stuff from his victims. And when I was in his room, the shower was raised. And I'm like, this is too close to home, like literally.
Yeah, literally. Okay, so you move in. Did you know about the Cecil Hotel?
No. I had no idea until at my housewarming party. They were like, why would you move here? And I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think of course, there's the documentary that came out on Netflix that was big for the Cecil Hotel. But before then, it was definitely living in LA. Like once the water tank Elisa Lam situation happened, that was like a crazy local story. Everyone was like, what? Like, I feel like I never really heard about that place until that happened. Mm-hmm. And then it was like the security video came out and people were like, obsessed with that.
Do you know about the TB tuberculosis outbreak during that time?
Yes, it was called. Wasn't it called Lam Elisa?
Yep. Like it's some shady like or a rip in the universe or some weird shit. You know,
there's definitely something beyond just people dying in that place. I remember when I went into it. This was probably, I don't know, 2017 or something. Oh, wow. I just like randomly was with a friend and we were like just driving around. I don't know, for some reason we were downtown and we're like, let's try to go in, like go in the elevator because like the video had come out and we're like, let's see the elevator. And we like went in and we got busted and like we were like walking around and
it's when it was closed, right?
No, it was. I think it was like the Stay on Main days where they were like, we're a hotel. Like, no, don't Google us. That was like their catchphrase. Welcome, don't Google us. Come on in. We got busted. We got kicked out or whatever. And then we were like Googling it and someone had just jumped off or yeah, I guess they jumped. So, like, it's happened a lot.
I saw it. I saw someone jump.
You saw
it? Yeah. I don't know if I should say that, but I did. Yeah.
No, you should say it.
And then I saw the cops come, the ambulance. I saw, like, them put him, like, tried to revive him for hours. I was like, I feel guilty just watching this because, like, what is going on? You know, like, why isn't this ever in the news?
Before it happened and everything?
I saw him up there and I saw him jump and I was, like, editing. And I was like, I feel like a terrible person just, like, editing this other Cecil video while I'm watching this. I never posted that video I was editing that day because I just felt like guilty, you know?
Oh
like,
my God.
But it pisses me off.
That's hard to, I don't know how I would do if I saw that.
Yeah, it was a lot.
So, okay, you're at your housewarming party. Everyone's like, just so you know, you live right across from hell.
Literally.
And then very soon you started noticing things flying around in your home.
Flying around, voices, things from across the street. Yeah.
What kind of voices?
So this is right after I went on my first. So I like on YouTube specifically, I blew up because of the Cecil content. Like I started long form on there and it was totally separate than my other stuff with my family. And so that's why I was like, this is crazy how like one platform is like paranormal and the other platform is like family friendly. And like, I don't know what's going on. But like as soon as I was diving into that on YouTube, I just had taken my first ghost trip through America, stopped by 48 different haunted locations on the way to Iowa.
What?
And then I drove back, and on the way back, it was the first night at my house when I was still living there, or my apartment when I was still living there, and I go to like lay my head down, and I've never heard this in my life, anything like this, and I wasn't like half asleep or anything, but I lay my head down, and I'm like, what a trip. Also, like, here's the Cecil again. I'm back, you know, I'm home.
That's like not a break from all the...
Back to hell, here we go.
Yeah.
And right when I have a bed that like faces right at the Cecil because that's how I feel comfortable now after like getting used to the energy. And I lay my head there and my eyes are still open and then I hear a Peet, like so specific right in my ear. And I just felt like I like my eyes were like, oh my God. And then I was like, if I turn around, I just know I'm going to see something and I'm going to jump out the window. Like, because I couldn't handle it if I were to see that or like not feel comfortable. So I just pretend like it didn't exist. And I was like, I got to like take a step back for a sec.
Do you think you brought someone home with you from the trip?
Probably. I mean, I don't know. I never had that before, you know? So I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Like I'm getting too deep.
Oh, this is what your mama told you not to do.
Yeah.
Where did you go? I mean, obviously so many places, but like, what? Did you go to hotels? That's my specialty. I love haunted hotels.
Yeah. I went to some haunted hotels. But I mostly stopped by like ghost towns, haunted ghost towns, or like there's Lake Dolores, which is an old abandoned water park that's like an hour and a half away from here.
Oh.
You should check it out. It's really cool.
It's haunted.
It's supposedly, yeah.
Cool.
So I like brought all my tools and like, you know, what can I find? I went to a ship in the Bay Area.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The USS Hornet, I think it's what it's called. Spent the night there. I'll never do it again.
How are you with sleeping knowing that there's ghosts?
Better now. I think I'm just immune. Like, do you feel that sometimes?
No. I don't really like ghosts. I just really want, for me personally, I want to experience it because I hear so much about it and I'm nonstop talking about it. So I'm like, I want to see or experience it. But I also want content. So literally. If the cameras are rolling, fine. If the cameras are not rolling,
no,
get out of here. But if I'm sleeping, no.
Have you ever had the cameras rolling and then all the cameras and lights turn off before a ghosty thing happens?
No, I have not. But has it happened to you?
Waverly Hills.
Oh, I've done that place.
You have?
Uh-huh. Yes, in Kentucky.
Yep.
Wait, so you were there and all the lights turned off?
Yeah, we had our own like portable lights and 2 different cameras set up and they all turned off before something had happened. And and of course in the video edit it's like, oh, the cameras died here, but it's like no one cares.
No, nobody cares. It's the same thing with like if a ghost could slap you in the face and like nobody, they can't feel it, they can't see that, so it's like whatever.
Yeah.
But no, because I did a show that was briefly on Hulu. That was a ghost hunting show, and we did that place, the Waverly Hills, and we were kind of like setting up a situation. I mean, it's not like we were because it was a reality show, so it's like the cameras were usually always running, but we were like trying to do like a fun like Halloween party thing, so we were like setting up to like decorate and whatever to make it Halloweeny. And I was just kind of like tired and just like standing around not being helpful to anyone. And I was like looking at the hallway and I saw like a white person run and disappear in front of my eyes. And that's the only time I've ever seen something like that was at that place.
What'd you do?
I mean, I was like, did you guys see that? They're like, no, what? Can you help us, please? Yeah, but it was like no cameras were on.
It's like they know. It's like they know when the cameras are on.
It drives me crazy because that's why you have to have the cameras rolling at all times. And you have to have a lot of them because these damn ghosts, they know. They're like, are you paying me to be on TV? Then no.
Literally.
Okay, wait, back to you.
Yeah.
So you're at the Cecil. Weird things are happening in your place. So then you're like, what? I'm just going to start documenting living across from this?
Okay, yeah, a couple things. So this is, like I was saying, I just popped off on YouTube with the long form on Cecil stuff. So I was like really diving into paranormal stuff and all of that. And like the switch for that was yeah, I would see all these things from across the street, like curtains moving, doors opening and shutting. Like I have all these on camera. I don't know if you saw when you were looking through, but like, I mean, I could not believe like smoke. There was like a fire in one of them.
What was that?
Did you know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
like
you did one clip where there's literally there's a fire.
Yeah. I'm like, why is there a fire? And like, why isn't there smoke? I like called 911 and they're like, you're psychotic. And I'm like, I know, but like, I don't know what's going on. And no one was living there at the time. And the Netflix documentary had just come out. And so I'm like, entrepreneurial mind, I'm like, now's the time to like, really jump on this.
Yeah.
Also, like the chances that this happened is insane, that I'm across from the Cecil during the documentary and like, like, all right, universe is telling me like, gotta do this, you know? Yeah. And so honestly, like at first it was really just, I wanted like a babysitter because I was at the apartment by myself and I was like, I'm scared. Now I'm seeing all these things and I'm hearing voices and I'm starting to go on like these ghost things and like, I need to make sure that I can have people like watching my back overnight. And so I started live streaming first. And so I was like, hey, I'm going to go to bed. Let me know if you see anything in any of the windows. Like, am I crazy? Like, babysit me, like just be in the room with me.
Did you have the roommate still?
No, at that point, I was like, get out. I'm starting to make money. So okay. I'm like, I need my own space.
Okay.
And I literally like, start leaning into like make money overnight, So I would like wake up in the morning and there were like 10,000 people who were watching, I guess, overnight. It was like therapeutic for them and they started feeling like invested. I got to show more of my personality. Like it just felt like a really great thing. Like we were almost, I would call it my like sleepovers and everyone would like come and join. It'd be just dumb, but like fun. But they would actually point out things like the fire or something that happened on like floor 10, two windows on the left, And I'm like, that's Lisa Lamb's old room. And like, so yeah, every morning I would just like wake up and be like, did I see anything? And they would let me know like nothing tonight or like, oh my God, it was so active. And then I would go through that footage and like see it for myself and be like, okay, I'm not crazy. And then it quickly turned into, okay, I have to get in there like ASAP because now I have to like close this chapter and like understand like what we've been seeing. And I had a little red notebook that I had all these different rooms. I was like taking notes. So I got like really obsessed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because, okay, let's look at it skeptically. It's like there could have been like a caretaker of the building, but like, would they be in all those different rooms at night? Like,
right.
Probably not.
Well, also, like, I never saw anybody in there ever except once when no one was living there. And I feel like I was always spying on the Cecil Hotel.
Yeah.
So I would have seen at least somebody once,
Yeah, and it's like with it being by Skid Row, there could be some people that find their way in there. And
true.
I mean, it's possible, but still, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I started the whole thing with a question mark. Like,
so at what point did you go inside?
So I got inside. This was like 2021. Ended up getting inside. I forgot the whole point of this was to like vlog. So I was just so excited that I've been like, I was such a new YouTuber at the time. And I was like, every other YouTuber is getting in like besides me. And like, this is like, you would literally GPS Peet Montzingo and it would take you to the Cecil. Like I was the Cecil guy.
Yeah.
And like, and I'm like, why are all these other people getting in before me? And so I was the last YouTuber to get in. It was like a joke. And I was so excited that I like run in. The guard texted me at like 3 a.m. He's like, now's your chance. And so I was like running over there, forgot all my camera gear and all this stuff. And I was like running up the stairs because I'm not taking the elevator. And and I'm on like floor 9 and all of a sudden it like hits me. I'm like, oh wait, there is like somehow now like this really deep energy that's like dark, and then lights were starting to flicker. Like the top 3 floors for sure are the worst. And even the guard told me, like each guard had told me that at the time that like when they do their rounds, they don't go to the top 3 floors.
Really?
And so I had realized that first, and then they like each confirmed it for me.
What did they tell you that they experienced?
like that heavy feeling. They didn't say anything about lights flickering, but they were like, I always feel like I'm being watched. I'll hear like doors slamming from like the other side of the building and stuff. And I was noticing that too. Also ironic that Richard Ramirez's room was on one of those floors, 11th floor.
Well, and that's probably where these people have jumped over the years.
Yeah.
Higher. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I feel like there's a murder or a death in every room at this point, like at least the Andrew deaths there.
Well, yeah, there's probably so many we don't even know about.
Yeah.
So when you went in there, what was it at that point?
Hotels, it was just the closed Hotel Cecil.
Okay. So there was nobody living still.
Mm-hmm. Allegedly, no one was there. Yeah. But they also apparently didn't know they were making a Cecil documentary. And so they only hired a guard when the documentary came out because people were breaking in. And then they reopened it like a year later through the Skid Row Housing Trust and made it Hotel Cecil Apartments for the low-income homeless.
Right. Yeah. And I've seen people vlog from that perspective. Like, there's like one guy that's always in my suggestions that like lives there, and he's like, it's not haunted. Like, he very much doesn't believe in it. He just like lives there, and he's like, no, it's not.
Wait, what's his ad?
Actually, I wouldn't even know. I would have to just scroll until I'll send it to you next time I see him.
Perfect.
But I wonder what it's like in there right now, because I saw somebody else that like got access to it, and they were saying that there's like a lot of violence and gang activity. And
yeah, I was held at gunpoint last time I was there.
You were held at gunpoint?
Yep. Last year was the last. I told myself that's the last time I'm going in. Yeah, some guy came up to me and he's like, "What are you doing here?" Because it's very territorial now with like gangs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm a YouTuber. And he literally like opened up his like bottom of his shirt a little bit and showed me like his gun. And he's like, "You need to leave right now." I'm like, "I'm not leaving." And then he got it out and literally was starting to point it at me. Because I'm a Taurus.
Because you're a Taurus?
Yeah, I'm like stubborn.
Oh, okay. I thought you said tourist. I'm like, you're not a tourist anymore. You full on live here.
Yeah, but crazy. Don't go.
Yeah, I know. And that's like another thing when people are like, you need to go to the Cecil. Bitch. No, absolutely not. But that's the other thing is like, you're only on one side of it, which is like the main side, the front of it. But it's like, who knows what's happening in those other rooms at nighttime when you were live streaming.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of the rooms actually in the back are more of the, like the master suites.
Oh.
I didn't even know they had master suites at the Cecil, but they have like beautiful suites at the top.
I just realized like also there might be people that have never even heard of the Cecil. Maybe let's like go back to the beginning. Okay, so it opened in what, the 20s?
Yes, 1924.
1924.
December 11th.
And it was supposed to be nice, right?
Mm-hmm. It was supposed to be for the people who came as like the Wall Street people to like come and stay in LA and, you know, whatever.
Okay. Then Depression hits.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, I don't know. There's so many recorded deaths. Again, whoever knows with like anything, how many people have died places, but people start jumping. And then there's been a few recorded murders, I believe. Mm-hmm. I know there's like that pigeon lady or whatever that got murdered there.
Mm-hmm. Goldie, remember?
Goldie the pigeon lady. Pigeon Goldie, I think, or something like that.
Something like that.
They call her something like that. Then I know there's a story. A guy jumped and fell on somebody that was walking past. Both of them died. And then, yeah, of course, the famous story, Elisa Lam, this woman who was a tourist, somehow got into the water tank on the ceiling or on the roof. And then people started drinking the water and I mean, what do you think? What do you think happened to her?
I have so many thoughts. I believe she could have had a mental illness. I believe all of that. Not discrediting, but based on what I know about where I live or used to live, it is so obvious and so much bigger when you're living on the site that I was living to see somebody climbing up the fire well or whatever. It's so obvious, like painfully, like, and I have like 700 units in that building that look towards there, and it's just is so odd for me that no one would have called 911, no one would have called the front desk at the building I'm in, or called Sam Main or, Cecil. And then they're like, none of the cameras were working. Well, we have cameras at the top of my building that face the Cecil Hotel. And there are it's downtown LA. Someone's going to capture something. And the fact that, they found where she was when there were 2 sheriffs on it, like they had just dropped the team, like 2 weeks later after not finding Elisa Lam. And like, there's so many fishy things that I'm like, from my perspective, there's like, they traced her scent to the 6th floor. And so that's why they're pretty sure she went up the fire escape. And I'm like, if she did, there's no reason why we would not have evidence or some sort of phone call or something from somebody.
Have you ever talked to the people that run your building?
Yes. All they have to say is that my building's more haunted or something. So
Really?
they have stories there that I've been trying to like put into video and stuff too.
Do you know the history of your building?
It was before the Cecil, and it was actually like a Wall Street building where people would come and do like a stock exchange and whatever they did back then. I don't even know anything about that world, but
sure.
There was a little boy, I guess, who died in the basement of that building. And when I had moved in, they had just locked the rec room in the basement because tenants would say that they would see a little boy standing on the pool table. And so I'm like, please get me access. Like, I need to see this for myself. And they've never opened it since.
Oh my God, you got to get in there.
I know. I'm like pounding on the doors at night. I'm like, let me in.
Yeah. God, what an interesting part of LA.
Yeah.
Okay, so currently as it stands, the Cecil Hotel is housing, and it's not open to the public, so people should not go there. Are you still keeping an eye on it now that you still have the place? So
yeah, I'm a little less focused on it because it's less fun when I don't want to be spying on.
Well, plus there's people in there.
Exactly.
So it's like the curtain moved. Oh yeah, because someone lives in that room now.
Exactly. And I will notice things sometimes of like, okay, that door just opened. Like I just caught it again like a couple weeks ago. But I'm like, okay, well, people already know this about the Cecil. Like I think I was filming. I had thrown a Bluetooth speaker up on the marquee last week, and I started just like sound affecting the Cecil essentially, and people walking by and like seeing what they do. And in that footage, I noticed it's really weird. One of the windows that are like a crank window, literally you can see it opening with nobody. Like the crank was going and everything. And I'm like, okay, I'm seeing things still. And that definitely wasn't a person, but like, I feel like I can't post it because it's like, well, someone could have a wire on the other side and be like, doing something.
I don't know. Let the people decide. I think it's just interesting.
I know.
Well, that reminds me that one time you got a drone and you tried to fly it in.
One time?
Oh, it was multiple times.
I went through like 12 drones because I could not get it in.
This is before people were living there.
Yeah.
You flew a drone in. Did you ever get it in?
Finally, I got it in. Yep.
And how was that?
It crashed in the hall. And then I had to pay the guard like $500 to like get it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm never doing this again. Like, why do I even do this? It's like so stupid.
Oh my God. Well, I guess that kind of concludes the Cecil Hotel stuff, which I find endlessly fascinating. Keep an eye on it for us all.
I will. Still have binoculars and stuff.
Can I show you a haunted doll?
Yes.
Okay. It's time for
The Dolls Are Living.
I'm scared.
Okay, here's what I do. Every week, I go to ebay.com and I type in haunted dolls. There's thousands of them at all time. Have you ever experienced
Anything with dolls?
No, like have you ever gone to eBay and typed in haunted dolls?
No. Should I?
You're going to have a new hobby.
Oh, no.
Yes, there's thousands at a time. And what I like to do is feature a different one every single week. The great thing about them is they come with biographies. Typically, the belief is that a living human is now inside of these dolls, and now they're for sale. And if you have $75, you could have this week's doll named Jingles. So, Jiha, show us Jingles, please.
You got it, Roz.
There's Jingles.
Ew.
Now, be nice. Jingles is a clown. Kind of got some cute bangs, a little hat on, big red nose, very typical clown look. Yeah, like big silly clown shoes.
Is he a dwarf? Kind of looks like a little person.
I'm not sure. He's definitely a clown. I know that much. So that's Jingles. How do you feel?
I want to be nice, but I don't like him.
That's okay. You don't have to like him. This might help. Here's his biography. The person selling Jingles wrote, "Today I present to you the haunted spirit of Jingles. Jingles is no ordinary clown. He's not like other clowns. He is the most potent, malevolent spirit I've ever encountered. He's small in stature, but brimming with dark intent. His porcelain vessel, painted in garish cheer, is a cruel disguise for the oppressive energy he carries. From the moment he arrived, the atmosphere shifted. My cat refuses to go near him, hissing and pacing whenever Jingles is in the room. The air around him feels charged, heavy, and wrong. Within weeks, Jingles began to stir. He emits sounds, soft chuckles, distant carnival music, the creak of unseen swings."
What?
What?
Unseen swings?
I guess he makes the sound of swings in faraway land. Blah, blah, blah. Basically, this is Jingles the clown. He'll talk to you through a Ouija board, spirit box, cat balls, bullet lights, all kinds of shit. And it says, if you're brave enough to claim Jingles, know this: you are not adopting a doll. You are accepting a challenge, a test of will, a keeper of secrets. $75. You want Jingles?
Yeah.
You would take Jingles?
Yeah, I'm actually like sold by that pitch.
But he's
especially the swing
evil.
part. I know. I feel like I can change him.
You know, I feel that way about a lot of men. And I could tell you right now, he has made up his mind.
He's set in his ways.
These clowns, I mean, to be a clown in 2025, 2026, you're not changing. You've decided. I don't care that the world is not really necessarily here for clowns anymore. I am a clown and I am going nowhere.
Yeah. I think I would regret it as soon as I bought him. But I think for like, the first 12 hours, I'd be like, this will be fun.
Content. Yeah, take him to the little boy in your basement.
Oh, God. Just put him out by the door. The door just opens.
All right. Well, that was The Dolls Are Living. Also, can I play you some ghost voices?
Yes.
Okay. It's time for EVPs or EV Police. Okay. So I go to YouTube. I look up real ghost voices.
Okay.
EVPs, electronic voice phenomenal.
Ooh.
Sometimes it's an EVP, sometimes it's an EV Police.
Right.
I got two of them for you.
Okay.
This first one comes from Spirit Obsession Paranormal. And this was recorded at the Yorktown Memorial Hospital. Peet Montzingo, what's this ghost saying? Oh, God. Wait, let me play it again.
Get out. Or no?
Yeah. There's definitely something go, no, oh. Well.
Does it say what it says?
It does. I'm going to give you an A, B, C, D.
Okay.
It's one of these. Did they think it was A, you're busted though? B, you must know. C, you mustn't go. Or D, you dusty hoe. Okay, which one is it? I'm playing it again.
I'm going to say definitely not D, but I really wanted it to be D. I'm not going to lie. I was really hoping. I would say B.
That is correct. They believe it's you must know. Okay,
really?
Now that we know that, let's listen in. I think it's you dusty hoe. Okay. This next one is from Haunted Portals, Vicky Medium, 1908.
Vicky's my mom's name.
Oh my God. She's a medium.
It's her secret channel.
This is at the Bullock, like Sandra Bullock Hotel in Deadwood, South Dakota. What's this ghost saying? Oh, this one's whispery.
That's an EV, please.
I think it's good. Listen. What?
I'm hearing my phone just keeps ringing.
Yeah, something like that. I think it's the ghost that was like, Peet.
Oh God, do not bring me back there.
Okay, do they think it was A? Hey, I'm fucking freezing. B, everybody's waiting. C, every thought is fleeting. Or D, oh, I'm feeling sleazy.
Please be D. I'm going to say A.
Hey, I'm fucking freezing.
Yeah.
They think it's B, everybody's waiting.
But I didn't think there could be two B's in a row, so I was like,
that's how I get you. Okay, wait. It's everybody's waiting. I hear a fuh.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something. Haunted Portals, Vicky Medium, 1908. It's not bad, but I don't know what it says.
Interesting.
All right. One last thing. I'm going to name some phenomena.
Okay.
And I want you to tell me your thoughts. Oh, yeah, we don't need this.
Oopsies.
I want you just to tell me your thoughts, or maybe you have a story or what comes to mind. What about Ouija boards?
I have never touched a Ouija board.
Because you believe that it's too scary?
I believe that is literally the portal to Hotel Cecil. Like, it's literally the portal to death. It's like unlocking all the evil stuff. I mean, I could be naive, but I have never seen one good thing come out of a Ouija board. Have you?
Yes!
Like what?
I mean, I truly believe it's just as evil as any other ghost hunting equipment. I think it's all the same because you're just asking.
That's true.
But I think the problem is, since for so many years they sold it next to Candyland and Monopoly, people opened up portals to hell.
Can you believe that? Like, was that intentional? Like, I have so many thoughts.
I know. So I do think that, yes, people have had a lot of scary situations at slumber parties where they opened up Lucifer's dungeon. And that's given it a bad reputation. I also think there's really good horror movies that feature Ouija boards. But I don't think it's that bad.
Really? Have you done it?
Oh my God, 1 billion times.
Okay.
I think it's like Omegle. Is that what it's called? Like,
Omegle?
Omegle.
Omegle?
I'm old. It's like one of those things.
Okay.
It's like you're just like, oh, who's gonna say hi or whatever, and it could be a full-on predator. Or it could be like, oh, this is nice.
Could like be my grandpa, I guess, at one point.
It could be anyone. It could be good, could be bad. But I think, I don't know. I personally believe that we, as living humans, have control and we can not be overtaken by demons if we're strong enough.
I agree. I totally agree. It's like all the movies.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're stronger than that. Resist.
Yes. They don't even have bodies. They're just like floating around, please.
Yeah.
Please.
When you put it like that.
Yeah, you're just floating around. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So what do you think about coincidences or fate, stuff like that? Do you believe in that?
Yeah. I feel like, and I only say yes because of literally just my career path. Like, I was trying so hard to like be somebody and like be famous and like all this stuff. Like I had all my like preconceived things when I was a kid, you know, of like, I need external validation. And then as soon as I was like trying so hard for it, like I was in a boy band for like 8 years and like we were like touring, like it's so random. Then COVID happened and I literally gave up. I'm like, I'm getting old. I can't like have this fake vertical ID anymore. Like, you know, like I'm getting old. So I actually gave up during COVID. And then right when I gave up is when I like had my first viral video. And like, it really taught me that, okay, like maybe things aren't like predetermined, but if you lean into like just going with the wind, you know, like spaghetti on the wall vibes, like maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe it's okay not to be intentional sometimes and like let the universe just like guide you. And like, actually, it's the reason why I have this tattoo. I have a key, and it's an old like skeleton key. A, because I love Zelda and I'm like obsessed, and B, because I believe that we have the power, because we do have bodies, and we're not just floating around, but we have the power to unlock any door that we want to open, because we have like the ancient wisdom we can tap into, but only if it's like part of God's plan or the universe's plan. So there's like a little cross at the end of the tattoo there, because it's like, well, you know, you got to know when to let go, you know? So that's what I think.
Are you Christian?
I am, yeah.
Okay. What do you think about Bigfoot?
I don't know transparently if I believe in Bigfoot, but like,
why not?
Well, because I've never even like thought about it. That's why. I'm like, to me it sounds like the Loch Ness Monster, but like people believe in that too.
Loch Ness Monster?
I mean, I just don't know.
You're from Seattle. Seattle has Bigfoot. I mean, not like
That's
in
true.
the city, but like
It's true.
He's around.
Actually, random fact, my mom played Bigfoot in a beer commercial and in the old movie with Chevy Chase. What is it? What's that Bigfoot movie with Chevy Chase? Do you know what I'm talking about? The
Harry and the Hendersons?
That's it. Yep. She was in that movie playing a Bigfoot. So I feel like that's when I think of big feet, I feel like I think of my mom, which is like so awkward.
That is so fun. Wait, was your mom like in a lot of movies?
Yeah, she like grew up in LA and she had the same desires as me, except she just like gave up and got married. And I'm like, oh, I got it.
And she's so beautiful.
She's an icon.
Okay, what do you think about... Is there a fun conspiracy theory that you kind of believe?
Antarctica.
What's that?
The continent?
No, I know the continent, but I mean, what's the theory about Antarctica?
So there's like a wall theory. So like you're not supposed to go, but it's supposed to be just like free land or whatever. Like no one really goes about it. Like you can't survive, you know, all these things. But like it's like part of the UN, you know, like there's like a weird thing about Antarctica politically, I feel like. And then there's also something where they call it the wall. And within the wall, there's allegedly, you know, like different beings and creatures. And like if like the ice caps aren't melting because of, you know, climate change, it could be because of like these other beings that like, it's just weird. It's like flat earth shit, you know, which like, okay, do I really believe it? Well, I don't know. I've never been. So like, I'm planning a trip to Antarctica because I'm going to prove or disprove a lot of these like theories.
Now, how does that work? Is there an airport in Antarctica?
Yeah, it's like a research airport. Most people get there either through boat, like taking a cruise line and then just like getting off. But like, I'm not going to do that. I'm like, whoever does that's insane. But if you can fly, but you have to get a private pilot who has like the license to go there. Wow. And you have to budget 2 to 3 weeks because the weather is so unpredictable that you can't actually set a date. So it's just really expensive, and I'm still kind of weighing whether or not it's going to be worth it for the content.
So what if you get there and there's like abominable snowmen?
I mean, as long as the cameras are recording.
Well, that's the thing. You got to get that content.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. What do you think about psychics?
100% believe.
Well, you were raised by one.
Yeah.
Secretly.
I don't know. I just feel like there's something with intuition. Like maybe it's part of the whole fate conversation, but it's like, you know, when you let go, you lean into intuition. I feel like that is actually like you being psychic, if that makes sense. It's like the more you just are in tune with yourself, you know, the more like you're going to be in line with what you're supposed to do, the more you can like kind of understand what you're doing, I guess. I don't know. I sound crazy, but...
No. Not on this podcast.
I love this podcast.
We say crazy shit on this podcast. Anything goes.
I love that. I was listening to some last night and I was like, oh my God, I fucking love this.
Cool. Thank you. Well, this is it. That was it. You did it.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Thanks for doing this.
Yes.
Tell everyone where they can see all your amazing content.
So if you go to Google and type in redhead and dwarf, you will definitely find it. Or you can type in my social handle, which is PEET, like the coffee, Peet Montzingo. And I also am a singer, an author, and content creator, and ADHD AF. So there's a bunch of stuff out there.
Amazing.
Oh no, do not!
It was me the whole time.
What's that at the foot of my bed? It's spooky and kooky. I'm pretty sure it's dead. It's coming this way. Wait